Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Richard and today on this Triumph Scrambler 400X we are going to put a 15-tooth sprocket onto the front drive, replacing the current 14-tooth sprocket. This sprocket costs £15. I will put up a flash up. And I bought it, I believe it was from eBay. Cost about £15, just under £15. I'm going to show you the tools that we're going to use, and it's an easy job. You can do this yourself. I used to do this ages ago on two-strokes and things like that, and didn't have the specialist equipment that was available, so I'm going to do it as if it's the 1980s and just get it done. Let's crack on. Let's do a few basics first, but let me just show you around the bike and what we're going to use. Let's crack on. We are going to take this section off, which uses 8mm sockets, and that should be fine. Moving to the wheel, we are going to loosen these adjusters with 12mm and 10mm open-ended spanners, and you will notice just here there are two little dots. Just where my finger is, I shall uncover them. Two little dots. It's exactly the same on the other side, and that shows the alignment of the wheel relative to the length of the body of the bike. Okay, so currently it's just over two dots, and it's exactly the same on the other side. So using these dots I can realign the wheel, because I will have to push the wheel that way to the front of the bike to take the 15-tooth sprocket. Okay, I then move over here and to undo the axle, it's a 24mm sprocket, socket, not sprocket, Jesus. 24mm socket, again 10mm, 12mm to adjust everything up. Yeah, so that should be easy enough. Again, you can see here the two little dots that allow the alignment of the back wheel. You can do this yourself. Okay, let's start taking off a few things. Okay, let's take this cover off. 3 bolts. There we are. That wasn't particularly... Ah, that's a short one. That's a short bolt. So we have 3 bolts and we should be able to take this cover off. And we can. It's plastic and that's fine. So I can see this cover here that's covering the sprocket, so that's going to have to be removed. So how do we get these off? Let's have a look. To cover these, to get these wires out of the way. Right. Let me get a screwdriver. Okay, I have a little screwdriver, and let's see if we can prise these retaining clips off here. That goes down there, that goes there. Let's see if that pops off. That's it, that's popped off beautifully. Ah, I see. So it slides up. Got it. So that's now off. Let's have a look at what we need. An Allen key perspective, it looks 4mm. It looks 4mm. Might be 5mm. Yeah, it's 5mm. Yes, 5mm. That's loosened, and it's the top one that wants loosening as well. Now this plate then removes, and now we can get to the nut that holds the the sprocket on, and you can see that it's curled around there to stop the nut from coming loose. So let's go and get something that we can open that up with. That nut, let's see what size it is. It's not a 24. Is it a 30? It isn't. So hopefully it's a 27, because that's all I've got. And it is. Thank goodness for that. I am assuming this cracks open anti-clockwise. And it does. And it does. There we are. There we are. So that's loose. So now we've got that done. I'm ready for the next stage. Okay, what I'm going to do now is loosen the adjuster, yeah, with an open-ended 12mm, and then with a 10mm start winding the adjuster in, which I can now do with my finger. I don't need to do it too much. Don't need to do it too much. I will now do it on the other side of the machine. Exactly the same process. Loosen that off. And 10mm. And screw that up. Okay. This one's a bit tighter. Come on, that's it. Remember, we've got the markings at the end of the swinging arm to realign the rear wheel so it's straight. You don't want it wobbling all over the place because the riding sensation will be strange. So I'm loosening this one off, and that is fine. And I'm going to now loosen the axle. Let's loosen the axle with a 24mm socket. That's it. That's coming off nicely. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's just loosen that axle. There's no rocket science to this. I'm just loosening the whole mechanism. That's that bit done. Now let's move the wheel forward. Yeah. Just give the axle a tap and push it forward. Hopefully that'll go. It doesn't want to go. Okay. Let's just loosen this wheel. Come on. Come on. And it's slowly moving. It's slowly moving. Let's just give it a couple more whacks. There we go. It's moving. Yep, it's going. Let's have a quick look at the chain. Oh yeah, that's well loose. So we don't need to do it anymore. Okay, let's take the nut off and the retaining washer, or whatever it's called. That's the nut. Let's take that plate off. No, it doesn't want to come off. Let's give it a bit of encouragement with a screwdriver. There we are. What I'm trying to do here is prove to you that you can easily do this yourself. There's the retaining washer, and now we have the sprocket, which will need loosening up, I guess, or encouraging off, shall we say. Now I know people are going to scream at me for this, yeah, and I understand that, but sometimes you've just got to do the job, haven't you? Yeah. Come on, come off. Sometimes you just got to do the job and get this thing off. Is it going to come off? Nope. Nope. Nope, it doesn't want to come off. Let's have a look. Don't want to put too much pressure on that plate. How can I get this off? How can I get this off? It's coming. I'm sure it's coming. Okie dokie. After a bit of leverage and jiggery pokery, I've actually got the sprocket loose. Let's see if we can get in there. There we are. Hopefully you can see that. I've got the sprocket loose. We need to move these out of the way, and hopefully I shall not screw this up. Yeah. There we go. Come on out. That's it, that's it. Let's keep an eye on that. So that came out that way. Okay everyone, here is the new sprocket, the 15 tooth. You can say there, 15 RB. RB means rubber biked. Right, let's see if we can get it on. I'm going to have to use all my fingers, so I might not be able to give you a great view of this, because it is quite tight in there. It's much tighter than I thought. There we are, that's on. That's on. And we've got it in the right sort of position. Let's see if she slides. Oh, there we go. She slid onto the splines. Perfect. That was easy enough. And we've got plenty of slack in the chain because we've pushed the chain up. Yeah. So now I need to put the washer on. There we are. And the retaining nut on the spindle. Notice how the retaining nut has a flat side. That's where you knock the washer onto the nut to make sure that it's in the right place. Right, let's get the right socket, which is a 27mm. So as I tighten this up, I'm holding on the front brake. It is actually in gear. It's in first gear, but I am using the front brake to stop the bike from moving forward and give it a good tighten. Yeah, and that should be all right. So the flat edge is over here. So I need to now knock I need to now knock the edge of the washer, just here, against the nut, so the nut doesn't undo off the spindle. Yeah? There is the old socket. Notice how it says 14 teeth. There we are. Right. I hate doing the knocking with screwdrivers and things like that, and I know people will always shout at me because I haven't got a hammer. I am working on a limited toolbox, so you'll have to forgive me. Imagine we're out in the field and we're having to do this. Come on. Could it be done better? Here we go. I think this might be a better option. And I should have thought about this. That's better. That's better. Parrot claws. There we are. That's okay. That'll not spin up. That will not spin up. Right. Let's get everything back together. Okie dokie. Right. Let's get the back push back. I think I'll probably speed this up. Yeah. Because this will take some time. And we're going to use the dots here to align the rear wheel. Yeah. Plenty of space on that. Of course, I'm going to do the other side as well. So let's get it back to about 3. Let's just get a bit more. Right, let's go and do the other side. Okay, that's 3. Right, so there's plenty of play in there. So let's just pull her back a bit more. Okay, that's okay. So we've got an adjustment here on these dots. Let's see if we're in the right position. Right, Okie dokie dokie. That's about an inch. That's got to be right. Right, so I've got 2.5, and 2.5 little dots. So that is about right. So now we tighten up the axle. Where's that? Here we go. What size is this? 24mm. Let's tighten up this axle. Excellent. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So now we have the rear wheel lined up and it's straight by using these markers here. Got 2.5 on either side. Hopefully it should be fine. I need to just nip those up to stop the wheel from, to stop the adjustment from changing. So hold on to that one. Take this one. And just nip up. I'll do the other side. Very good, very good. See, you can do this at home with a basic toolkit. This is the toolkit that I'm using here is the Halford's Advantage, yeah. But and I think this one cost about £200 and odd. It was way too expensive, but it does offer this replacement warranty, which is useless because it takes about 3 or 4 weeks for the replacement part to come through, and actually you need it now. So I would go and, in hindsight, I would go and buy a normal tool set for £100 and not pay the excessive amount for the warranty. Okay, that chain's okay. Right, let's put everything back together. I'll probably speed this bit up. There you go. With a splash of common sense and a basic toolbox, you can easily change the front sprocket on your motorcycle, or in this case the 400X, and put a larger sprocket or a smaller sprocket on. It just goes to prove that you know, you can do this yourself. And that sprocket costs, I don't know, £14 or £15, 50, maybe £16. Like I say, I'll flash it up right now. But this is about proving that If you've got a bit of a common sense and you can use a screwdriver, you can do this yourself. You don't need any special tools or equipment to jack the bike up or anything like that. You can actually crack on. In the 1980s, when I was playing around with motorcycles and beyond, I couldn't afford things like special jacks and pit stands and things like. I couldn't afford that. And you know, you can do this yourself with just the basic tools. I hope you found this useful. I hope it helped in some way. Please do leave comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, yeah, and tell me your thoughts and share to other people that are thinking this, doing this similar work. Don't forget to share it out to your friends, and hopefully they'll subscribe as well. Like I say, I hope this was useful. Have a great day, ride safely, and be kind to everyone. Yeah, just be kind to everyone. You never know what their situation is. I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.